Hi guys, we're back at Smash Fishing. We're out late at night. We're going out foraging for pretty much anything. I'm hoping for some fish tonight because we're going to a surf beach and sort of mixed ground bottom. I've found some really good fish here in the past and we've just had a big swell with a big massive tide. So it's a recipe for fish. Hopefully we can get some. It's Smash Fishing, baby. Woo! We've had a lot of swell recently. So you can see there's a lot of weed on the beach. But often when you get a big swell, that means there'll be fish. And see how fast that tide's racing out. That's why it's good for bass in areas like this. It's where this sort of big stream meets the ocean is where all the food's washing down. So what I like to do is go up in the shallows and then walk round to the back of it, hopefully intercept something. There is millions of baby fish and crabs around, and this is what the fish are coming in to feed on, all the little tiny bait stuff. On a night like this, and this time of year, you can find flatfish doing this. Recent years have been a bit slow for them, but you just never know, they can come up out of nowhere. So I'm just going to have a mooch around for a little bit. Hopefully we get lucky. Look at that. I thought I found a live octopus for a second. That there's been dead for a while. Look how purple it is. Discards from the fishermen. Getting tired of these things. Hopefully there's something on this reef there. You can see this sort of mixed ground. Perfect for foraging. Look at that, look. Little baby lobster down there. Just mooching around. It's really cool to see. And there are some big prawns here. I'm not after prawns today. Check that lot out. All tiny little golden grey mullet. There's millions of them in this shoreline. Quite cool to see though. Every year it's like this. Gets a little bit later on and then you start seeing red mullet and bass. All the little tiny creatures. Oh no! That was a beauty! Oh, that was a big bass. Oh, got it. That was a beauty. I don't know if you guys seen that in the camera then. That was probably an 8-pound bass. And I just missed him. I am wounded we missed that bass. That was such a big bass. It's always this time of year you start seeing them. Right in amongst the seaweed. The squid and the small cuttlefish come up here as well. And also all the crabs. So you tend to find the bigger bass just lurking around. Female spider crab. Hopefully in the next little gully we can find another one. That was a monster. I almost had him. I was so close and he just turned at the last minute. Yeah, we got one. Nice. Another basil. I just lost another monster. I couldn't even get close to it. Just been walking along the surf edge here. And the bass that came out had me shaking. That's a keeper, easy. That's one keeper bass. There's a row of rocks here and I'm just walking behind it because it's running, the tide's running over the top. And the bass leave through the seaweed. Whoa, I'm shaking. That was a huge bass, the second one I seen. The one we missed before wasn't as big as that one. I haven't seen bass that big in the shallows in a while. Those were big fish. But at least we got a nice little basil. That's a nice little feed for the start of the forage. Nice. I'm just gonna have a little walk around here just till this dries out. And then we'll give you a better show. That's about a 3-pound bass, that. So there we go, guys. We didn't get the giants, but it's a respectable bass right there. Those other ones, they got me excited. I couldn't believe the size of them. The first one we missed by not much, and the second one though, he got away super quick. But check that out, it's about a 3-pound bass, that. Lovely sized fish, great for the dinner table. That's coming home with us. After missing those 2 big ones, we deserved one. Hopefully things pick up as we get to the reef. The bass is in the bag. What a great start to the night. I've just dispatched it, put it out of its misery. Let's go find some more. This is such good foraging ground. So much boulders and kelp everywhere. Could be bass anywhere around here, or lobsters or lady crabs. This is literally the perfect ground to try and find for foraging. Just found me a lobster. It's definitely not in legal size, but nice to see. Nice solid little male. Just walking through the little boulders here. I'm trying to see if there's any bass up in the shadows and finding lobsters. Very pleasant to find, but not the keepers that we want. There is shoals and shoals of baby pollock in this pool. Literally thousands of them, all in the rocks. No predators in here, so I would have had them. It's so peaceful tonight. We've got 4-mile-an-hour wind. It's literally just, there's not a breath. I'm just strolling through the shallows in search of some seafood. Perfect lobster hole that, but nothing in it today. That's what you're looking for though, that dug out sandy burrow under a big ledge like that. That is a really good call for a lobster, but not today. There's something under there. Is that a conger? Or is it an octopus? Oh, little pollock. Where is it? I can feel it fighting the hook. I think there's an octopus in there, but I cannot get it out for the life of me. So I'm going to go for a little mooch around, and then I'm going to come back to this hole and check that rocky out. Look how big that rocky is. That's an absolute monster. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. Alright, we're going to come back to that hole. I've been fighting it for a few minutes now and I can't get it out for the life of me, so I'm going to come back to it. This is a big pool that's been cut off by the tide now, so hopefully we can get it out on the way back up. There's a lobster here, guys. Oh, I've got him. Haha! That'd be close to a keeper, that one. That'd be very close. Just having a good look around just in case there's any bass. But it doesn't seem to be in this pool. Still, let's check this lobster. Get on our merry way. It's a good sized lobster, that. It's a little bit squishy. It's actually quite soft, this lobster. And look at that. It's about 2 millimeters out. But it's soft anyway. You can see its carapace has got a lot of give. So you want to be careful with lobsters like this. Plop them back, and hopefully they harden up before the ockies get them. Fingers crossed we can get whatever's in that hole out after, because I reckon that's an ockie. There's another big rocky there. Oh, he's just gone under the rock. Yeah, he's long gone. That was a big rocky, that one. Love looking around when it's so still like this. There's so much little creatures and little flatfish and all sorts. You can literally see anything doing this. It's so clear. You can spot all the little creatures from a mile away. I find it so interesting. Don't get to do this very much. There's a red mullet. Yeah, I got him. There we go. Another species to the night. As I was just saying, you can see absolutely anything. There is a beautiful little representation of a red mullet. These should be coming in now. You start getting the bigger ones You see the pretty colours on that. What a lovely little find. Back you go, little buddy. There's a flatfish here, guys. Got him. It's a little sole. Thought there was another one next to it. That there, not a bad sole. It's definitely a flatfish night. Ooh. That there is almost an eaten size. You know, I might actually keep that. That's a decent sized flatty, that. I'll munch on that. It's about a pound, 1.2 pounds, something like that. Dover sole, that one. What a lovely fish. All I could see was just a little outline in the sand here. Just a tiny outline. And I just put my foot on it and I seen the tail flap. That's how I knew it was there. Oh, I haven't found a decent flatfish in ages. It's that time of year, and that's why I wanted to come down on this beautiful night. Find some fish. So we got a bass to keep and a nice eating sole. You beauty. Got a male velvet swimming crab there, and underneath him is a female attached to his underside. What he does is he protects her when she's molting. A lot of crabs do this. I've got my eyes fixed trying to find flatfish now. That was so cool to find. Oh look, there's a little mini cuttlefish. Oh, we're starting to find the creatures. Look at that. That is a tiny little cuttlefish. Look at the colours on that. They change colour in your hand. That's a common cuttlefish. That's not the little cuttlefish species. We've got two over here. One that grows very tiny and one grows bigger. This one is one that grows a lot bigger. Beauty. What a cute little creature that is. Don't want to keep him out for very long. It's a lovely cuttlefish. We're certainly finding the species now. I still can't believe what we found tonight. It's been great. I'm just going to have another little pass through in this pool. Little dragonette fish down there. I'm not going to try and net that one. I actually want to get back to the other bay just in case there's any more flatfish. Oh, you can't beat having a nice sole. Check this out, guys. I don't know if you can see them in the camera there. There is two baby red mullet just swimming about. I'm not going to net them. I don't want to damage them in any way. We've already seen one up close. There's another one down there, one there. And I did see another one over here somewhere, but it's gone now. Look at that tiny little red mullet. Beautiful red fish. And they are one of my favourites, if not the favourite fish that I love to eat in Guernsey. Good old red mullet, but they need to be a bit bigger than that. Come on, lobster. There's a lobster in here, guys. There he is. Ah, perfect little mini wee lobster. Little female, that one. Nice to find so many lobsters around, especially if there's ockies as well. It's nice to see. Looks like this beach is full of life. I'm absolutely buzzing with tonight. What a trip. We found so much life. Certainly tell winter's coming. Back to the cold nights and loads of species. These baby pollock, there is millions of them. Absolutely millions. And where's all the biggies? Millions and millions of them. I just spotted this tunnel at the corner of my eye. There's a lobster in here. There he is. That's going to be very close to a keeper. And the cool thing is, there's a baby conger sitting with it. Hopefully that's a keeper. That's going to be very close, that one. As you can see, that there is about 1 millimetre in. But a keeper is a keeper. Happy days. I'll eat that bad boy. That's a sole, lobster and a bass now. What an absolute beast. We're finding all sorts of creatures. Yeah, that's inner beauty. Easy keeper lobster, that. Beautiful. Not a monster, but that's a keeper, baby. Let's get it in the bag. Right next to a conger as well. And all I seen was that little clean dugout hole. And bam, you found them. This is perfect fish grounds. You've got this mixture of sand and eelgrass like this. It is literally just a haven for fish. There's so much baby stuff around. We're looking for a nice biggie. That's officially 3 big bass now that I've seen and just missed them. That's 3 in a row. I've got a nice keeper, but the bass I've been missing, they've been ranging between sort of 7 to like 9 pound. What that middle one was absolutely huge. But hey, that's fishing. We finally found another little flatfish. That there is a brill. Not the same species as the one we've got. These actually get quite big. Nice to see though. Tiny little brill. Get it out of the way of that seaweed. The patterns on them. They're really pretty fish. That's a brill, that one. If it was a turbot, it'd be a bit more of a diamond shape. See you later, my friend. Well, that's a big old spiny starfish. Look at the size of that beast. It's like the size of a dinner plate. What a monster. We'll leave you where we found you. The tide's on its way up now, so I'm going to have a look around in the surf, see if any fish move in, then we'll be back home for a cook-up. What a forage this has been. Got massive bass. They all got away, but I got myself loads of baby mullet. I got myself a smaller bass, nice little flatty and a lobster. It really is so peaceful, this. Love to just take my time when it's so calm. It really does. It gets your adrenaline going when you start seeing the bigger bass and stuff. That's for sure. I haven't caught a nice flatty in ages. I'm excited to eat that. Not a huge flatty by any means, but it's an eater all day long. It'd be nice if we could find another one. So a 3 pound bass, nice lobster, and a nice sole. Gonna munch on that sole. What a beauty. I think I'm gonna eat the sole and the lobster. We'll save the bass for the kids. That there is a hell of a forage. So many different creatures. I couldn't believe it. It was lovely to get back to this point of seeing all the life. Last year wasn't that great. I reckon we're in for a really good winter. What a trip. Right, so I'll see you in the kitchen for a nice old cook-up. I'm back in the kitchen, guys, and I've got our lovely little sole here. Not a monster sole. That's a nice little snack for me, that one. I don't get to eat these very often. I reckon a lot of them have moved to other waters, but who knows. What a lovely little fish. Nice thick sole, this one, for the size of it. And all I'm going to do is cut some slits in it, put some seasonings on with a bit of garlic butter, and that is it. Don't need much with this fish. It's such a delicate, tasty little fish. You don't need loads of ingredients. Just putting a couple of scores in the skin there, just so my butter and all the juices can seep in. Just going to go in with some black pepper, a little bit of dill, lemon and dill seasoning, just like so, and some nice chopped garlic on top. I've already picked the lobster and eaten it, so I thought I'd do a little catch and cook of the sole, because we really just don't get these very often. The last thing we need is a bit of lemon. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a couple of pieces of lemon on top. All the juices are going to run down that fish. With these sort of flatfish, when they're born, their eyes are actually either side of their body, and then their eye migrates round to the top as they get older and lay on the seabed flat. Quite interesting fish. So that's it. All I'm going to do now is chuck this in the oven until the meat falls off the bone, and we're going to devour the little bad boy.
This smells absolutely delicious. With the sole, you can just peel back that top layer of skin and it reveals that really beautiful soft meat in the middle. Delicious. Carefully peel back that skin. Look at that. And this is not a very big sole, but you can see, look at the size of the chunks of meat coming off that. Absolutely mental. Surprising how much meat's actually on this. This is actually the top side. There's the same amount of meat underneath it as well. Been excited to eat this. I haven't had sole in quite some time now. Maybe in the netting season when we get a couple, I might have another cook at these. It's so soft, but not as in like a mushy soft. It's like a really lovely texture. Definitely one of the best eating fish out there, the sole and the plaice, the flatfish in general. Really good to see the bass around now. I think that big swell and the storms we've had has definitely got them on the feed, so hopefully we're going to have a good winter. Get that bone out. Look at that, still a fair bit of meat on that end. And underneath, it's just back to the big chunks of white flesh. And this is, like I said, it's really not a big fish at all. I only kept it because I haven't eaten one in ages. And the legal size limit's actually tiny with these things. Oh, that's so tasty. Could have done with a bigger one. Could have done with a couple more for sure. Hopefully though, in the next coming months, we'll start finding a lot more fish species. It's getting to that really good sort of foraging time of year, so highly looking forward to it. So I'll leave the video there, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. There's going to be plenty more to come. It's smash fishing, baby. Woo! Big chunks.